what's up? How's everyone doing? Hope y'all ready. I'm about to do some real black shit. I'm kidding. But I know we already said, please give a hand for Marissa, everyone. Marissa. Fucking hilarious, always, and we love her. I fucking love supporting women. And I'm not saying to try and get pussy right now. I just mean it. Okay? I mean it. I feel like for the past 10 years I've been dating jealous women. And the nicest thing I can say to another girl is, keep that bitch away from me, please. But I am always happy to see Marissa here, happy and healthy. I only say that because I have worked out with her husband, David. And David knows what's coming. I've seen his hip thrust. Before I booked her, I was like, don't worry, it's handicapped accessible. I want to be mindful. David's hip thrust is like the power level of like Goku 3 episodes into charging the Kamehameha. I mean, I heard everyone said black people deserve reparations. David's dick is taking it. He's getting his. The owner of Fourth Wall talked about, like, if you're not breaking IKEA furniture when you're fucking, you even fucking. That fool is pulverizing it. It's like one thrust, immediately dust, and just falls to the ground. I don't think that's impressive. Like, IKEA furniture doesn't even have screws in it, right? It's mostly just like light little taps. So I say, if you're not fucking IKEA furniture into assembly, are you even fucking? That's why they have all those sexy names, right? They have like drum slut, dire grip, stuck. I assume that's a part of the Step Bro series for sure. I wanted to like warm up my room a little bit. I got a nice little end table. I think it was called Spit My Mouth Daddy. Everyone's like real violent with sexual things nowadays. Like what? They choke, they hit, they demean people when they want. So when I was with the first black girl I've ever been with, I was just silent. You know, silence is violence. I don't usually showcase myself like this. I like to make this space so I can showcase other people. But I did it for a very specific reason. I'm not selfish. My parents are here tonight, everyone. It is my mom and my stepdad. I don't say it like my mom and my stepdad. I don't say it like that. I just want to say, because when you see him, you're going to be like, oh, so Jerami white. That's still the case a little bit, but not so much. My stepdad, he is a retired army. He's a veteran, everyone. And yeah, give it up for him. He deserves it. But it did make him kind of a stubborn hard ass sometimes. But I'm ushering him into his soft guy era. You know, like I'm that person to help him with that, right? He asked me a bunch of things. He texted me the other day. He's like, okay, so what does gaslighting mean? So I text him back. I'm like, so we just making up words now? He's like, no, it's definitely a word. I said, I'm sorry you feel that way. He's been my lifelong time. He's a great guy. I know, we eventually got close. We didn't always get along, but we eventually got close. And I think at some point we were a little bit too close. I know we were having a conversation. I was having sexual woes, and I needed someone to talk to. And, he gave me advice, he talked to me, he calmed me down. And when I realized we were too close, like towards the end of the conversation, a commercial came through and said, 1 million men ask their doctor about Viagra. And then all of a sudden, from the side, I hear 1,000,001. I thought I misheard. I was like, what did you say? 1,000,001. I asked my doctor today. everyone's worst imaginable thought is like their mom just getting wow. But I'll tell you right now, it's not. The worst imaginable thought is your mom desperately wanting to get plowed, but having to console your stepfather. It's normal. But he's a very, very sweet guy. His love language is actually gifting cars. Finding and gifting cars. I know it's a pretty sick fucking love language. And there was one time in Hawaii where we went to go and look for a car. And we landed on a car. It was a CRV. And I sat in the CRV and he said, "You sure this is the one?" I said, "Yeah." Without batting an eye, he said, "Run the paperwork." Didn't even look at the dealer. Right? Like a fucking mob boss. I sat in the car, the dealer walked away, and he just went to the opening of the door and he said, "Jeremy, I just want you to know one thing. No matter what, I'm doing this because you're my son." Yeah. And you may not feel that way, but to me, you're my son, and that's why I do this. And the dealer came back and said, "You didn't qualify." He's like, "Oh shit." Get out of the seat. "Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry." But he taught me a lot of stuff. He taught me a lot of stuff, you know. But so did my real dad. My real dad, I don't say that maliciously. I'm sorry, but I thought I would go like my real dad. So did my real dad. My real dad taught me a lot of shit. Right? My dad was a smooth talker. Like seriously, his sentences blended into one unidentifiable word. It was just like liquid, right? It's a really good talent to be bilingual and neither language and knows what the fuck you're saying. And he taught me about the birds and the bees, right? Like everyone in here, I'm sure they got that talk. But he kind of taught me about the birds and the bees. We walked to a park and watched two pigeons have sex. He would say stuff like, "See how he's whispering in her ear?" At least I hope so. It just sounded like an indiscernible moan, and I was very worried, but I think that's what he said. He taught me that one man's trash is another man's treasure. And I learned that by seeing him dive headfirst into a dumpster. Yeah, I knew it was starting to get bad when he started pulling out used condoms. He was like, "Mijo, don't you know how much his sperm goes for?" You didn't sound like that. No one knows how they sounded, honestly. And he did teach me about the female anatomy. Not by like breaking it down scientifically, just by having it on his desktop background. No password, just like a light wiggle of the mouse and boom, right there. But I think all the men in my family were just a little bit stupid when it comes to shit like that. The perverted apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Because when I got a nude in high school, here's what I did. After that, guys, come on. After that, we're not done with that. I saved it on the family computer. Yeah. And I saved it under the file name Boner. With 7 R's. Yeah, I know. Impenetrable portraits. 1 R, sure, nudie. 7 R's? Could be my high school portfolio, you don't know. Could be anything. And I thought I got away scot clean, but then I realized I forgot about our screensaver. Everyone had this lovely screensaver back in the day that just cycles through the photos that you have in your computer. Man, my mom beat the hell out of me. But not as bad news I beat myself because of that. But I don't know how many minutes. We're okay. Okay, I'm looking at my minutes. All right, cool. I can talk about it. All right, so yeah, my mom is such a supportive person. Always will be, and is just a lovely human being. And we obviously lived together. I don't know if you guys know that. Have you guys ever like lived with your mom or something like that? But she would like walk in on me masturbating a lot. And I crack under pressure. Like, pressure. Like she like busts through the door. Like, honey, I just pretend like I was playing air guitar. Like, no music, sound still in the room. Not like you can hear a fucking pin drop and the springs, of course. But anyway, but she's so supportive or naive, one of the two. She learned how to do air drums. Every time I go downstairs, she'd be like, hey. Every time I come downstairs drenched in sweat trying to rejuvenate with like a Powerade, she's like, I missed band practice again. She didn't say fuck, that's my language, that's what I heard. She's so supportive that she signed us up for a family reunion talent show. Doing our air drum and guitar. Family would be like, oh my God, Carrie, you crushed it. Jeremy, were you like tugging your dick or something? What is that about? But my mom is very, very supportive, and I was kind of not a rebel, but like back in the day, I wanted to like protect my mom, and this was a weird way of protecting her. But I feel like she viewed our family so perfect, or she had such high views of all of us, and I didn't want her to be like shattered or anything like that. So I would go up to her and be like, "Hey, Mom, one of your kids has herpes," and then I just walk away. Right? And I've done this. She can attest to it. I do it all. She's like, "No, they don't." I'm like, "They do." They don't do that. But I was just trying to prep her, like, we're going to make some mistakes. I don't want you to think that we were just a vision of perfection, right? I came out to my mom 20 times. Not gay at all. Okay, everyone's a little gay. A little gay, right? Okay, if you say not gay at all, you are so gay. But I didn't, like, I want to protect her no matter what, right? I want people to love her as much as I love her as a person. So I told her that just to like be like, hey, if this ever happened, I didn't say why I did this is why I was doing it. If this ever happened, like I hope that you will love and support no matter what, right? So I'll take this metaphorical bullet, which is no bullet, but that was my noble thing, right? Because we can fall victim to biases and prejudices all the time. All the best fucking people do. Like my grandpa, one of the fucking greatest, loveliest human beings alive. And one day, like I had a nice conversation with him. I was just like, hey, have you ever watched Modern Family? And he said, no, they have an agenda. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, obviously he was trying to say that they're trying to make gay marriage okay and make it okay with the public. But I didn't realize that at the time. I just thought he meant that like gay people were super organized. My room was a fucking mess for like my entire life. I was like, yeah, no problem. No, always a mess. Max would come and be like, you need to clean your room. And I'd be like, Mom, Max is hiding something. But one day I went into my grandpa's office and I noticed on his desk he had a desk calendar. On top of that desk calendar, he had a planner. On the wall, he had another calendar. To the right, he had a filing cabinet. On the desk, he had a Rolodex. And that's when I realized, I was like, my grandpa's gay as fuck. I was like, I'm not even close to gay. I got a 3-week-old bowl of spaghetti under my bed. I love pussy, okay? But at the end of the day, like, I was doing to my mom what I didn't want my mom to do to me. I was setting a vision of perfection on her, right? And all my mom's ever done is just love and protect me and let me grow. And that's all I want to do, is love and protect my mom and let her grow. So I am very appreciative of all you guys here tonight, and I'm appreciative of my parents here tonight.